What if I told you that the concept of me and you is the single biggest, most dangerous psychological illusion coded into the human mind? Right now, as you watch this video, your mind is 100% convinced that you are an isolated individual living a solitary life on a tiny floating rock. But by the time we finish this deep journey today, your perspective on every single human being walking this planet will be permanently shattered, and you will never be able to look at yourself in the mirror the same way again. Let's dive into a mind-bending thought experiment that has completely blown the minds of world-renowned scientists, quantum physicists, and ancient spiritual masters alike. Picture taking your very last breath on this earth. The room around you goes completely silent, your pulse drops to zero, and the physical world vanishes into thin air. But instead of waking up in a religious heaven or hell, or dissolving into a black emptiness, you find yourself floating in an infinite space where time, distance, and gravity don't even exist. You look down, but you have no hands, no feet, no face. You are just pure, awake awareness. In this silent void, you are not alone. Standing right beside you is another presence, an entity whose energy feels so warm and familiar, like a mentor or a friend you've known for millions of years. Still holding on to the memories of your recent human life, you ask the entity the most urgent question: am I dead? The entity smiles gently and says, yes, your human journey is over, but don't be afraid. This happens all the time. You immediately think about your family, your children, your partner, and your closest friends, wondering if they are crying over your death. And right at that exact moment, the entity drops the first massive nuclear bomb on your mind. The entity looks into your awareness and says, your family, your friends, and your enemies are all fine. But you need to understand one thing: every single one of them is you. You freeze in complete confusion. What does that even mean? How can your annoying boss, a random beggar on the street, or a king who lived thousands of years ago be you? And right here lies the master mystery that completely re-engineers reality, brother. The entity explains that time is a physical illusion created only for human bodies. In the true dimension of consciousness, time doesn't flow like a river from past to future. All of time, every single second of the past, present, and future, is happening right now simultaneously. Now, friend, listen to me very carefully, because this is the exact concept that keeps philosophers up at night. This is the very idea that transforms ancient philosophy into pure existential physics. Since childhood, we've been taught that karma is a moral system of rewards and punishments, that if you do bad things, a judge in the sky will punish you. But what if karma isn't a judgment at all? What if karma is simply the literal, unbreakable physics of a single consciousness experiencing itself? Understand the terrifying weight of this realization, brother. Every single time you lied to someone, broke someone's trust, or intentionally caused physical or emotional pain to another person, you weren't hurting someone else. In another lifetime, which is happening right now in this non-linear cosmic timeline, you were the victim enduring the pain of that betrayal, shedding those exact tears and feeling that exact agony. And every time you fed a hungry person, forgave an enemy, or loved someone unconditionally, you were literally giving that comfort and love to yourself. Let this deeply sink into your mind, brother. Every single human breathing on this planet, or every creature yet to come in the future, is the exact same soul playing different roles in a giant cosmic theater. You were Abraham Lincoln, fighting for freedom, and you were John Wilkes Booth, pulling the trigger. You were Siddhartha Gautama, sitting under the tree, attaining enlightenment, and you were the brutal tyrants who destroyed entire cities. You are the billionaire riding in a private jet, and you are the little child crying on a dusty street. You are the saint, you are the murderer, you are the victim, and you are the savior. Now, I know a massive question is screaming inside your head right now. If I am literally everyone, why don't I remember being Julius Caesar? Why don't I remember the billions of deaths that happened before? Why am I only aware of my own thoughts right now? That is a brilliant question, my friend, and the answer reveals the most brilliant piece of software engineering behind this cosmic game. Imagine your true cosmic consciousness as a vast, bottomless ocean. A single human life is like a tiny drop of water taken from that ocean and poured into a small glass. As long as that water is inside the glass, it takes the shape of the glass. It genuinely starts believing it is small, separate, and disconnected from the rest of the ocean. It forgets the infinite depths it came from. If you walked into a human life carrying the memories of 100 billion people, the entire drama of this life would collapse in a single second. You could never feel genuine heartbreak, raw ambition, intense fear, or real joy if you constantly remembered that this is all just a temporary virtual reality game you designed yourself. Let's shift the angle a bit, brother, because from here, the story takes a dark and unsettling turn that leaves even great philosophers deeply restless. Why would a supreme, all-powerful consciousness design a system where it has to go through the pain of billions of tragic lives? Why experience every kind of disease, heartbreak, bloody war, and unbearable agony billions of times over? Is this universe a cruel torture chamber built by a sadist? Or is there a breathtaking goal hidden behind all this human suffering that you couldn't have imagined in your wildest dreams? This is where the theory gets its most iconic name, the egg. The entity looks at your troubled soul and reveals the ultimate secret of existence. This entire universe, every galaxy, every burning star, every black hole, and every light year of empty dark space isn't random like a physical playground. It is a magnificent cosmic egg, and you are an unborn baby resting inside this shell, but a godlike entity cannot be born in a single day, nor can it mature by living just one peaceful, easy life. Just like a human embryo takes months to fully form in a mother's womb through cell division and time, a cosmic consciousness must go through every single human perspective over millions of years. Think about how many hours we waste every single day arguing with people on social media, holding grudges against family members, feeling jealous of someone else's success, or hating people based on their race, religion, and country. We build massive walls around our tiny egos and scream, "This is me and that is you." But if there is even 1% truth in the egg theory, then every war, every argument, and every act of hatred is nothing more than your left hand striking your right hand in a dark room. There is a terrifying sense of loneliness in this realization, but at the same time, a deeply beautiful truth. It means that in this entire infinite universe, you were never truly alone, and yet you are the only one here. Every conversation you have ever had was a conversation with yourself. Every book you've ever read was written by you for you to help you wake up. Every video you watch, including this video you are watching right now, is just tiny breadcrumbs left by your own consciousness so you don't forget what you truly are in reality. You don't need to quit your job or move to the mountains to live with this truth. Knowing that everyone is, you doesn't destroy the meaning of life. Instead, it gives ultimate value to every single second. How you treat the person next to you is no longer a matter of social rules or moral duty. It is literal self-care. Loving others becomes the highest form of self-love, and forgiving your worst enemy becomes the ultimate way to set yourself free. If this cosmic blueprint of consciousness shook your reality today, like the video and subscribe to Ruthless Intellect right now.